I've talked a lot on here about my job loss and how that was the genesis for this channel and wanting to try new things and make videos to try and help other people going through similar situations. And that's why I wanted to share today about kind of a new revelation that came up while I'm still dealing with this life transition. Hopefully, I can help those of you out there going through a similar time in your life or trying to put words to the emotions and the feelings that you're having, whether it's because of a job loss or fear of trying new things, and just kind of talk that through with you on camera, which is what I've been doing over the past year with this YouTube channel. Like I've talked about before, I had the same job for 12 years. I was in the same field and I kind of just worked my way up through the ranks until I eventually became a manager and a regional manager in the retail space. And it was a job that I never thought I would have or continue to grow in. It was kind of just a out of college job that I fell into that I did fall in love with, and the company was great and the people I worked with were great, so I just stuck around with it. And when I lost that job, I immediately jumped right back into the workforce. I just put my head down. I need to provide. I have to get another job. I have a family. I have 2 young kids, wife who are depending on me, a mortgage to pay for, all those sorts of things. And it caused me to jump around kind of from job to job a little bit and never really process the pain of what happened, the earth-shattering moment of when my whole world changed, to be honest with you. When people I had known for a decade were just suddenly sort of ripped from my life, and all these other little things that I sort of just buried down deep and tried to just man up, and started just scrolling LinkedIn and applying to every job under the sun that I felt like I had any kind of experience for. But transitioning into this sort of new career of making videos while also helping small business owners edit their own videos and their social media content, producing podcasts, things like that, I've been afraid to really put myself out there. And I think if I was to put word to it, it's because that initial job loss really shattered my confidence. I was so confident in what I was doing on a day-to-day basis in my old career. I knew exactly how it needed to be done. I knew what levers to pull, inspire my team, and how I needed to act day in, day out, meeting to meeting, and who I needed to be for my team. I was so confident, honestly cocky. Let's be real. Anybody watching this right now that I used to work with at my old company would probably say cocky, but I felt like that is a kind of a necessary feeling to have about yourself as you kind of fall into a career and figure out you want to grow and continue to grow, and you set these goals. You need to have a certain level of confidence, to the level of cockiness about you, to think that you can shoot for these goals, that you can go after these audacious goals that you've set for yourself. You know, who other than me should go for these roles, for these opportunities? I've put in my time. I've been through the hard stuff and been through the ups and downs. I've earned this. Yeah, that can come across as cocky, but really it's just confidence. And it's confidence from doing something every day for so long that you feel like you can conquer the world. You feel like within this space, within this realm, I can do whatever I want. And it's so interesting how quickly that confidence goes away when you're trying a new thing. I started this business, this hallway media business of producing podcasts and editing videos and everything like that, and kind of got away from making videos for myself, for my own channel, right around the time that my channel started to kind of take off. I had one video that got really popular, and it's so interesting how all of a sudden, when your followers kind of 10x, when your views on a video 100x, all of a sudden you feel like, well, oh, now I have a product that I'm putting out there into the world. And now it's like, okay, this is actually a job. All of a sudden I'm not so confident anymore, because that fear trickles back in of, well, what if you're rejected again? What if people pass judgment, and that judgment is that I don't like you? I didn't have that when I was just starting out. For whatever reason, I had no fear. And then once I gained a little traction, once I actually started to make some money from it, that rejection and that fear and that shattered confidence started to come back in. And that can be really hard. That can be really hard. And if you're going through a similar situation in your life right now, you probably have felt similar feelings about what you're capable of, about what you're able to do. And I haven't perfected it. I'm making this video as sort of it's time to get back on track, as a wake-up call to myself. All right, now we've put a word to it. It's confidence. Why were you so confident in your old career of 12 years? And it was just that. It was time. I put in so many reps. So many reps. I mean, you hear stories about Michael Phelps when he was training and how his coach would sabotage his practice laps and mess up his goggles, or mess up something with his cap, so that he got these reps, and that if something was to happen in the Olympics, he had prepared for it, and he would have confidence in those situations. And that's what we're doing day to day, hour to hour at our jobs. We're just putting in reps where we can gain the confidence to, okay, now it's time to try the next thing. And I know that I need to just consistently put out videos to gain reps, which is what I was doing. It's what I was doing when I first started. I was putting out a video a week. I was putting out shorts, and I watched my subscribers grow, and I started seeing engagement on my posts, and I actually felt like I had an audience, and I allowed that little voice in my head to get really loud. And I guess that's my hope for you, is that if you're trying something new, that if you're trying to search for something and you feel that lack of confidence, just put the next step forward. Wake up the next day, put in the new rep. It is new. It is scary. You are not as good at this new thing as you were at your old thing. That's fine. I'm not as good at basketball as I used to be. You know why? Because I used to play basketball every day for hours a day. But you have so much ahead of you. I have so much ahead of me that I want to accomplish. You have so much ahead of you that you can do, that you can accomplish, if you just don't allow that voice to creep in. You need to create the confidence that you once had. I need to create the confidence that I once had by showing up every day and putting in the work, and rep after rep, I will gain that confidence back until all of a sudden me and you are unstoppable again in this new thing. I wish you the best of luck. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Help me get back to building these reps and building this confidence. And hopefully I can do the same for you. Thank you so much for watching.